welcome. It's your program, Engendered. Yes, it's that time of the day when we discuss things to do with all genders, but with particular reference to the female gendered. You're welcome. I'm your host on Engendered today, MIKKY ATTAH. I'm not alone. I also have
AMINA, ADAMU. And we'll be going on a short break now. When we are back, Engendered, we continue. Welcome back from the break, and now Engendered, we continue. Welcome back, Miss MIKKY.
Thank you, Amina. Well, today we are going to be focusing on a topic that's very dear to our hearts because we've noticed every time there's this issue of empowerment, the empowerment always seems to be for the men. If it's for the youths, it's going to be for the male youths. And after ages, they'll remember there are some single ladies in our midst. And then, they'll just have this, grinding machine or hairdressing set. And that's the end of that. When it comes to big money for empowerment, oh, it's for the men. When it comes to this small scale help, then it's good enough for the women. Now we have someone who has decided to start an NGO, a non-governmental organization, and her non-governmental organization is passionate, is busy, is active, and it's involved in the empowerment of women, especially young moms, of youths, especially young ladies, and of children, yes, even children. So it's my pleasure today to tell you that our guest in the studio is Dr. VIVIAN, SONNY NSIRIM. Doctor, you are very welcome.
Thank you, Princess. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, can you just tell us the full name of your NGO and what it encapsulates?
Thank you, Princess, and Amina, for having me today. I'm very humbled to be here. My name is Dr. VIVIAN Obiageli SONNY NSIRIM. I'm the founder of Young Mom Support Initiative, a non-governmental organization seeking to support and empower women, youth, and children for a better society. Young Moms Forum has done well in birthing one of the largest online community of young women called Young Moms Forum, with over 2 million women globally. From all walks of life, we come together to share ideas and experiences on motherhood, parenting, business, career, and every other issues that partake to women. We provide solutions, mentorship programs to help women and children for a better society.
All right, Doctor, what exactly inspired you to start that organization? Do you have any personal experiences that, that shaped your decision?
Thank you, Princess. I always get this question. And I always love to tell my story because there's a story behind it. 16 years ago, when I became a mother, that's when I gave birth to my first son, I realized that so many women go through challenges during pregnancy and after childbirth without speaking out, without telling anybody, even their spouse or their gynecologist. So after my third child, I decided to take the bull by the horn. Hence, Young Mom Support Initiative was founded to help women to speak out. When we started initially, it was difficult getting the women to speak. A lot of women were shy to speak out, some because of cultural background, like the northern women, they don't like to speak about things bothering them. Some because they are shy, others because they don't even know how to speak or what to speak to their doctor, how to present it. So we began to encourage women going through challenges, women going through depression, going through unemployment, to speak out and seek for support. We began mentorship programs, helping women to discover themselves, who they really are. Because when you know who you are, that is when you can know what you can do, what you're capable of doing. You know your values, you know your vision in life. And that's how Young Moms Forum came about.
Wow,
Oh,
fantastic.
That's so
Well,
nice.
let me just, before I hand you over to Amina,
you.
I must say, who would look at you and the 3 children on ground?
I know.
Yes.
I know.
So you're going to tell us the secret later on, but
Yeah.
Amina has
Well.
So after establishing this empowerment program, so what have you achieved so far on your goal and your aims?
Thank you, Amina. So we began to empower women through skill acquisitions. We started skill acquisitions because I found out that one of the reasons why women cannot speak out is because they are not capable. They lack finances. I found out that why most people have domestic violence is because they don't have skill. They are not doing anything. When you're lazy at home, when you're idle at home, because they said an idle man is a devil's workshop. So when you're idle at home, then you begin to look for things that are not there. You begin to fight your husband, or you even become harmful to yourself, you know. I also realize that so many people are looking out for employment without knowing that they can actually be the ones to provide those employment. So I began skill acquisition program to help women gain financial sustainability. And I can tell you categorically that we have empowered more than 50,000 women now on skills, a lot of skills, and how to make liquid soap, how to make skincare, how to bake, how to farming. And now that we have become digitalized, the world is becoming digitalized now. We are teaching women on AI, how to know how to use AI to make videos, create content on Facebook, on social media, to gain financial sustainability. And so many women have been empowered because we receive a lot of messages. Thank you, Mom Vivian. I have opened up my business now. I can earn money now. I can be able to support my husband, because all that we are doing for young mothers is also for them to enable them support their husband. We are not trying to make a woman to become independent and then forget about her family. No, it's to enable her support her husband, and the single mothers to support their children. We have a lot of crime now because children are out of school, nobody to train them. But when you have a mother that is skilled and equipped, our vision is to bring innovation, it bring inspiration, and develop a confident young mother that are skilled and equipped to lead the society. So when a mother is equipped, she can be able to equip her children and support her husband. That is our primary goal. And many women have been empowered through our initiative. Thank you.
Fantastic.
So, do you have the rate of age at which you empower the women? Like, do you empower only young women or every kind of mother of every age? Are you specific in empowering the women?
Okay, thank you so much. We call it young moms, but it's young at heart. So everyone, if you say you are old, then you are old. So everyone is invited. We have different empowerment programs, you know. So when we announce the ones that are good for you, like now I have an empowerment program starting up, which I even partner with some companies, because I have companies that come in. Yeah, it's on digital skills for mothers in Lagos. They are specific on what they want.
Right.
They want mothers in Lagos, you know. So mothers in Lagos will join. We also go to schools to empower young girls, to teach them that they can become whatever they want to be if they are determined, if they are focused. So young girls are also beneficiary. When they see us, hear our stories, hear other people's stories, they become empowered, motivated, inspired to know that there is no limitation to what they can be in life.
Right.
Yeah, that's right. That's
Fantastic.
nice. So
Let me ask, can you describe a particularly successful program or initiative that's made all this significant strides and significant impact? Because like I saw through your photo gallery, you know, where you had all these smiling ladies and everything, that looked successful. But could you just describe it for a viewer? Now let's have a feel of how that one and then the impact it had that time.
Okay, thank you so much. One of the things we do is that we also go to communities.
Right.
We go to villages to empower the women. So there is this particular community we went to, the widows there, because we also take care of widows,
Okay.
specifically, you know, widows that nobody's there to take care of. So we empower the widows through making liquid soap production, chin-chin production, and we gave them some grants. And a lot of them now have started up their own businesses. Because when we empower, we also teach you the business part.
All right.
You can make your soap and take to your church, take to the mosque, take to offices around you,
Yes.
and start selling. Soap making, a lot of people don't know that it's very lucrative because we use soap every day in
Right.
our home. You use soap to wash your plates,
I know.
to wash your clothes, you know, for everything. So if you can only learn soap making or skincare, you know, production, is already a win-win for you. You know, you can use it to become financial.
Okay. Well, there's something that's bugged me, even you know, as a Christian. You know, the emphasis on widows and you know this widowhood and everything, and finally I saw a portion that said those who are really widows because there was a program they had one time in the church I was in, and then they said all the widows should come out for it. And there were these people with really long nails, all painted up, really go-go, really sissy, really... Are you the one that's going to come out? Yours is that your husband is dead now. We really want to come out for empowerment for widows. You should be empowering other people. So there are some people who are widows, but they are so set. Like another lady I know who's a judge's wife. He had everything written to the T. Nobody could even come near. No, nobody could come near their house. But you know, all these widows. You know, widows. Sometimes I'm like, am I wicked or am I real to say they should demarcate widows indeed? Not widows that everything is on full blast for you. Then when they call for empowerment, you too. Well, I'm a widow. Add it to my riches.
No, that's not it. I remembered 1st of May because May I celebrate my birthday in May.
Oh,
so
happy birthday in arrears.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So I also went to empower some widows in a community at Caro.
Okay.
Caro local government. I went to the Igwe's Palace, Igwe Chendu. So I remembered vividly that I specified what I wanted with the woman leader. There are levels of widows. Yes.
I thought so.
There are levels. So I always specify. There are levels. So get me those ones that cannot, or even their children are not doing well. So I even remembered when I got there, even the Igwe, you know, was educating them. Also, let us know what your children are doing, so we can also help them to get jobs. Because when your child is empowered, then he or she can take care of you.
Right.
And that is what we are praying for.
Right.
You know, we are not even praying for them to become like that and to continue to come out. We always specify, even in the group, wherever I want to do something, we'll specify. This is what we want. If you know you're already capable, why come out?
I know.
You know, but sometimes people are selfish.
I know. Greedy.
People are selfish and greedy. So, but we will not stop, because this is also one of the reasons why people stop NGO work.
Yeah.
The
Absolutely.
people that are passionate most times don't also go again because of this kind of things.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Amina, she has something to chip in.
Like, what step are you taking towards selecting those who you feel like, yeah, they need the empowerment, not those that are well doing?
Okay, I don't select alone. I select with their leaders. So I told the woman leader, this is what I want. People that are, you know, very vulnerable, less privileged, people that their children are not doing well enough to help them. And they bring such people closer. Do you understand? Yeah.
Okay. So, having talked about that, I know there might be a lot of challenges that you might have faced starting from the beginning. So, what are those kind of challenges that you have faced in running this program?
Thank you so much. First is getting the women to speak out. When we started initially, you know, the women were still dying in silence. Nobody to talk to, you know, they don't want to speak out because everybody also wants to behave that everything is well with me. Then the next thing you're dying.
I know, keeping up this front for society, and society doesn't love anybody.
True. So many women go through challenges such as mental illness, postpartum depression, depression during pregnancy. But you see them on the road moving. You won't know. Except when they start pouring out. That is when you will know that this person has not even eaten. She has not even registered for antenatal. And before you know it, she will give birth and the baby will die because nobody has been taking care of the baby. They don't know what's wrong. She has not been taking her vitamins. You know. So getting the women to speak. Some also go through hormonal imbalance. Some, you know, they go through domestic violence, a lot of things without speaking out. We cover up, we wear our clothes, we make up, but we are dying.
I know.
So getting the women
even
to
at
start,
work, you know, there's so much work aggression. But you have to show up every day.
Maybe you don't even have a transportation. Maybe your child is sick, but you still show up and you are there on your decks. You know, because you cannot even speak to your HR.
No.
So these are the things we started talking about. So even the HR manager in the group will know that you need to ask questions. I'm a guidance and counselor. One of the things we don't have in Nigeria, or we don't even appreciate, is guidance and counseling.
True. That one is just
People
like
don't
by
go,
the way.
yes, people don't go for therapy.
No.
You need to speak. Everyone needs to have a therapist. That once in a while, every month, you go and speak to your therapist.
Yeah, but if you go over and say, oh, well, I'm going to speak to a therapist, everybody will think that you're mad. They'll start spreading rumors about you that, oh, you're crazy and you're mad. Meanwhile, they are so aggressive. You begin to wonder who exactly is mad amongst us.
That's why I called it mental illness. Depression is mental illness. Postpartum depression, mental illness. A mood swing, mental illness. These are the things we need to speak about. And as a woman, as a mother, you know that when you're going through your period, you have these mood swings. Why are you having it? You need to speak. But because we are shy to speak out, we are ignorant to speak out, cultural background, oh, cover up. My husband is doing well. He's taking care of me well. Nobody is going to judge you. One of the things I forgot to say is that my forum is a non-judgmental platform, a conducive place, a safe place for women to come and pour out.
Yes.
So one of the challenges is getting them to speak out. But before we know it, I began to receive thousands of messages in my inbox. Mommy Vivian, I'm going through this. Mommy Vivian, my baby is going through this. I gave birth to a baby and they said she has a hole in the heart. Mommy Vivian, I've been out of work. I've graduated since 5 years without a job. Mommy Vivian, my husband is cheating on me. Mommy Vivian, my husband beats me every day.
Goodness.
You know, a lot and lot of heart-breaking messages. So we began to mentor. We began to speak, you know, and we start helping them. Because sometimes it's also our problem too. When your husband talks and you talk back, then
anger issues.
Anger. So when your husband is speaking, you need to respect him and keep quiet. When everything is calm, then you come close and say what is bothering you. You don't have to have two people
mad at the same time.
That doesn't work.
Now, what lessons have you learned from working with young mothers?
A lot.
It's like specific lessons, from them as opposed to the other demographic.
Um, a lot, I would say. When you talk on skill acquisitions, I would say that many people get into career that they are not passionate about. So a lot of us are doing what we don't love. And when you start doing what you don't love, then it's like a work, it's like a hard work for you. But when you venture into something that you are passionate about, then you are going to work with happiness. You understand? So even when you say you want to train people, even if it's free training, if that is not your passion, don't get into it. You don't need it because it's not going to be beneficial to you.
Yes.
Yeah. So I started, mentoring women, teaching them on the issue of passion, being passionate about what you are doing. What I'm doing today, I feel so fulfilled because it's my passion.
Yes.
I feel so fulfilled that I've helped so many people discover their hidden potentials, become increase in business and in life, and become a better version of themselves.
Yeah, but I was thinking though, can we extend some of this like to the back end, talking about the parents? Because up till now, the young ones can affirm the parents are still hitting the young ones coming up with their idea of the profession. You've got to do this professional course. Up till this moment we speak. So we have the parents say, look at your results. Oh, you've got all these science credits. Oh, you're going to do medicine. Oh, you've got all these. Then the person will try maybe after second MB, they'll fail out. So, oh, you're going to do law. Then you force them into all these. Okay, they graduate, they read, study hard. It's not their passion, like you said. Flip over to now real life. You go to the hospital, and like me, naturally, I would want to go to a female doctor. And then you say, oh, can I have a lady doctor see me? And then you go over to her, and she's like, horrible. Horrible. And then you go back thinking, what did I do wrong? You start blaming yourself. But when you look at the back end or speak to other people, they're like, oh, you should have asked us. We would have told you not to go to her. She is so mechanical. All the patients complain. Why? Check the back end. The parents must have said, study medicine. It's not her passion. So she's just doing the okay, have this medicine, so mechanical, and it applies, across the board on all professions. Whereas a doctor who is, that's what he wanted to do. Maybe you asked, when I was small, I fell down and I blacked out, and everyone thought I died. And when I woke up, I saw the doctor, and I want to be a doctor. Oh, that one will follow you to your house. He will make sure you're well. You understand? It's his passion. You can see the difference. So I'm saying, in a nutshell, with all this, should we also address the back end, these parents that keep hitting their children on the head with the profession that they couldn't do? They want you to be it. Or if they are, there's no other profession in the world than the one they are doing. Take for us in broadcasting, they wouldn't mention it. Oh no, broadcasting can. And meanwhile, they are glued, they are watching, they are glued to something in broadcasting all the time.
Thank you, Princess. I go to schools to talk about this.
Okay.
And even last month, May, I spoke in TEDx.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
oh, my God. You spoke
yes,
in TEDx. Thank you for speaking in Engendered. My God.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
oh, God, we're honored, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Fantastic.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You see, these are the things we also do. We don't just speak out there, internationally and all the way. We speak at the grassroots to get everybody.
Yes.
And that what comes when you are passionate about what you're doing.
Absolutely.
You understand?
Yes, Mom.
I spoke in TEDx, and it's about passion, about your passion, And one of the things I spoke about is that some of those children go into careers that they are not passionate about. One, because of peer pressure. My classmate is a lawyer, is going to study law. Then I have to study law.
If I don't enter law school, it's not life.
My friend is going for engineering. we all have to go through engineering.
She's not going without me.
Yeah.
Then another is parental influence. And I remembered vividly, I told them the story that growing up, I remembered in my community, a lot of parents took their children to seminary schools because they wanted them to become reverend fathers. And before you know it, all of them came out because that's not their passion.
Exactly.
They are not passionate about becoming a reverend father. That is not their calling, you know. So parents too have a lot to do with this. Although parents are guidance, but you need to sit down and talk with your child, because sometimes a child too can be having difficulty in knowing exactly who he is.
Right.
You understand? But as a parent, you begin to tell them, what are your personal vision?
Yes.
You write down your personal vision statement. Vision statement are the things you love to do, what you want to achieve, what you want to become in life. So when you write that down, you know, your passion can change.
Yeah, that's true.
Your
Well,
passion.
hold that thought there. Your passion can change you. We'll be right back. Let's just take a very short breather. We'll be right back, and then she's going to let us know exactly the spectrum of, like she said, your passion can actually change. Stay with Engendered.
Please, girls, let's be fast with our chores. It's almost time for Engendered. Girls, it's time for your favorite program, Engendered. Yeah, Mommy, we're coming right away. Sophia, turn off the gas. What are your fears as a woman? And what are your doubts as a lady? You think you're alone with those thoughts? Then welcome to Engendered, where we bring you discuss, interviews, previews, experiences, opinions, and issues relating to the female gender. This is Engendered.
You're welcome back. It's still Engendered on Kaftan Television. I'm still MIKKY, ATTAH, Hayes, and I am also doing this along with AMINA. Okay, our guest is still in the studio. Wow, our guest was a speaker at TEDx. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Dr. VIVIAN SONNY NSIRIM. Doctor was telling us about passion. Doctor, please, over to you. We want to hear it.
Thank you so much, Princess and Amina. Thank you for having me. So passion, what is passion? Passion is an intense emotion that compels action. Passion is that strong feeling of fulfillment, strong feeling of happiness, strong feeling of contentment. When you are doing something and you don't even need anybody to pay you to become happy on what you're doing, that is your passion. Like I said earlier, passion can change.
Yeah.
So over the years, when you continue to do things, meeting people, meeting situations, your passion can change from one to another. You understand? So when your passion changes, that doesn't mean that what you were thinking about before changed. No, it means that you have upgraded.
Right.
So you can actually upgrade.
Right.
Oh, I love helping children. Then the next thing, I love to be a doctor, to continue to be a gynecologist or pediatrician.
And you still be helping children.
Yeah, and you're still helping children. So, you know, you continue to grow.
Yes.
So how do we know our passion? By looking at our skills.
Okay.
What are you passionate about? What are your skills? What are your favorite courses, favorite subjects? What are your hobbies? Those things you love to do. If you love traveling, becoming a pilot or an air hostess will be a very good one, because you will be going on a journey.
Yeah.
You will be happy doing what you love
Yeah.
while earning a living
I
through
know.
it,
Yeah.
you know. So those are the things we need to look at while discussing with our children. Remember, we are talking about parental influence.
Right.
You need to sit down and talk with your children.
Yes.
Just like you said about the doctor that wasn't good enough. It could be her passion to help, but there are situations that are surrounding her behavior at that particular time, which is why everyone needs a therapist. Whether you are a medical doctor, whether you are a president,
Right.
whether you are a governor, you need a therapist. We call it coach now.
Yes.
Somebody that you talk to. You know, before you come out, you talk. What is bothering you? Maybe she's depressed. It could be that they have not paid her. And, you know, she's not putting it on you. And you are thinking, oh, why did I go to this woman? What? No. It's because you haven't asked questions. And sometimes, too, we come in and we're expecting everybody to become God. No, they are all human beings, too.
Like us, yeah.
You understand? They are all human beings. But there are a lot of things even organizations need to start talking about. You may go to a bank and even the customer service is there. She may not even smile. I remember when I came back to Nigeria, one of the things I said I would do is to go into banks and organizations to teach them how to smile.
I know.
You will see a customer coming and you are busy behaving as if you are a busy person, like she doesn't matter. Yes, that she doesn't matter because
Where did you
she's
come
not
back from to Nigeria from?
UK. I studied
UK?
and worked in UK.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was going to say in America, you know, where I was before, in America, you get a deduction. We had some people who worked with us in the radio station I was before, yeah? African Americans, they came in on contract. And they told us where you work, if you when you finish attending to a customer, and if you don't say to the customer, would that be all, sir? Every transaction is being recorded. So they come to the counter and they're going, you don't say, will that be all, sir? You get a deduction. You're deducted, you're taught to make sure, will that be also? Make sure you've satisfied him so well.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, we don't have it.
They are like this. So when you come, you have to, excuse me, ma.
Excuse me.
Very busy.
You have to call
Smile
their
again.
attention.
Smile.
In
You're
UK, you'll
shivering.
see them, hello, darling.
I know.
How can I help you?
Yeah.
She doesn't like you.
She doesn't know
may
you.
not-
She
She
doesn't
doesn't
even
know
know
you.
you.
She doesn't need to like you, but she has to do her job.
Yes. And satisfy you. The
Yeah.
customer is always king.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's your job.
Yeah.
We need to differentiate
smile.
our job to our personal life.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the thing. We
We
need
bring
to,
in-
please say that again
We need to
forever.
differentiate our job from our personal life. We need to leave our personal life outside the
know.
gate, then come in as a professional.
Please.
You don't need to like me to smile
Oh,
and
break
attend to
this
me.
table.
No,
Definitely.
you don't.
Ooh.
You just need to do your job. And I will go because that is where you
Where
are
are
being
we
paid.
missing it? Where are we
If
missing
I don't
this?
bring my
That's
money
it.
to your bank, you will not be paid.
I know.
If I don't book that flight, you will not be paid.
I
And they
know.
don't understand us. Customers are very important. People are your biggest asset.
I know.
People are your biggest asset.
Yes.
If you can manage people, then you'll become a millionaire. If we look at Dangote, Dangote has salt that we sell for 100 naira. He also has
Sugar.
sugar
Oh, you got sugar.
and cement that you can sell for that. And also now a refinery.
Oil.
He's attending to everybody, all walks of life.
That your money must come to his pocket.
All walks of life. But for us, no, the grassroots people are
Not
nonsense.
there.
No.
The one who's you're the manager or you're the head of department, the lengths under you is a nonsense. You
Completely.
trample on her. You want to kill her.
That is not fair. That is not how to do it. So these are the things that organizations, HRs, should begin to look at.
I think
you
so
know,
too.
And discuss in their organization.
AMINA.
All right. So, in dealing with the younger
Women.
women, what aspect do you specifically like to
Especially.
empower them on?
And thank you, Amina. First of all, I would also like to congratulate Kaftan TV for having a young lady, anchor this program as a co-host. This is very well, it's a very well initiative,
Thank you.
bringing
very
in
much.
younger people
Thank
to
you.
teach them, for them to learn.
Thank you.
One of the things we do is to train them on their mindset, because if your mindset is tamed, whatever you want to be, start from your mindset. If you think that I cannot go far, then you will not go far.
Definitely.
If you think that I can go around the world, then you will. Because then you begin to look at opportunities. Many times we have opportunities all over us, but we don't see it because of our mindset.
True.
Definitely.
So we begin to teach, trying to teach them, get into their mindset, to educate them that they can be whatever they put their hands on to become. We also go into digital. We are now in digitalized
Digital
world,
era, yeah.
and everyone has a phone now. So you can actually make money through your
your
phone.
phone.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Alright. So I haven't checked that, like, in empowering the young ladies, do you like specifically go to just schools, or do you search for young ladies just around to, like, those that you find that they need help and all that, to empower them?
Okay. We have a forum online, Young Moms Forum, and it's a global one with over 2 million women all
Right,
over.
that's nice.
We also have coordinators in all the states. We have WhatsApp groups to help us get the kind of people we are looking for. So when we announce things, we also tell people, share with anybody you know
Okay.
that can benefit from this.
Okay.
Share with anybody you know that, when she partake on this training, it can be beneficial. So we get people from all over Nigeria and Africa. We also have people in Africa and outside diaspora.
Wow.
We have all over. Yes.
That's nice. So earlier you were talking about some of the challenges you faced, and you only mentioned one. Can we hear more?
The second one
You need
is
to speak up, to open up.
yes, finance. Yeah, because training people, empowering people needs money. Yeah, so getting people to sponsor programs is also very challenging. That is why we start limiting on online trainings,
Okay.
because online trainings help us to, you don't need to get a hall, do
Yes.
this. You can train online, and you also get wider range of people
True.
all over. So I can be here and I'm training people in Lagos.
True.
I'm training people abroad. I'm doing also, for them. Yeah. So finances is also there. Then even the women, getting the women to support each other, because our greatest enemy are us. We
Yes.
are our greatest enemy. Women need to learn how to support each other. We need to learn how to encourage one another. We need to learn how to inspire one another, admire one another. Our greatest challenge is the women itself. If we can start loving ourselves, start knowing who we are, that when women come together, great things
We help
happen.
each other.
Yes, we can help
So
each other
we'll
to
all grow
rise.
together. Yes. Right.
And we can even become things that people think we cannot
Yes.
be.
Definitely. So that's nice. Miss Mickey might have one or two to add to
Okay,
before
Amina.
we sum it up.
Right. Sum
Which
it
one
up
have
already.
you?
Is our time so far spent? Oh my goodness, time flies when you're having
Yeah.
fun. Okay. Well, let me just ask, how do you foster a positive and supportive organizational culture that, that benefits both the staff and the young mothers that you serve? How do you really, get it stuck in that this is the culture here? This is the way things have to be done. Don't select this one and say, oh, I'm going to bring this one up. I'm going to, make sure things are all going well for her. And this other one, oh no, that one, I will be showing her pepper, stuff like that. How do you make the culture of the thing, universal?
You need to spell out your mission
All right.
and your vision.
Okay.
When people know your mission, what you stand for, then they will start following you.
Okay.
People need to know what you stand for. A lot of us most times don't spell out what we stand for. If you remember when I was talking, I told you that I want the women to be empowered so that they can support their husband.
Right. The family.
The family too, Most times when people see women organization, they always label them, oh, the ones that don't want to have husbands.
Yeah.
Yes.
These ones that, they don't want to submit.
They don't want to submit to
Yes.
anybody.
Yes.
And just like when I said I have children, I said, because I was like, is she married?
Yeah, I know.
Is she with her husband? Oh, she has children.
You're joking.
A lot of times people think like that.
Yeah. So you need to spell out, and you need to live that life for them
Right.
to see. People learn by example.
True.
If you want people to dress well, start
Yes.
dressing well,
Right.
and they see that when you dress well, you even look more finer, sexy. Yeah, you look fine, dressing better
Yes.
than wearing any other, rag.
Right.
So spell out your mission and your vision, and your colleagues, your employees will follow.
Okay. So it's a case of mission and vision statement, right out there, and then living the part. Do what you say, not do as I do. That's what I'm picking up from.
Alright, so in empowering the women, apart from like teaching them some hand skills and empowering them in some ways of getting their self-build and so on, do you also take part of building them on how to like take care of themselves? When I say take care of themselves here, I mean like how to speak in public, how to address themselves, how to present themselves, how to dress, like all those little things that women need to know how to do. Do you include that too?
Yes. Thank you so much. Because of time and we may not be able to say everything. Yeah. Well, we teach women on self-awareness first, self-hygiene, how to look younger than your age, like me. Yes. If I tell you my age now, you will be surprised. That is true. Yeah. How to look younger than yourself. And how do you even look younger? It's by removing things from your heart.
Yes.
Things that will wear you out. Removing things. Then I'm also starting a series on how to speak. I have a trainer that actually came to me, how to speak, how to help women to speak and gain confidence in speaking in public, speaking to your children, speaking to yourself. So I think it's a 7 weeks series. We're starting this week or next week, yeah. So we have all those lined up for women. We even teach women on exercises, even when you're pregnant. The kind of exercises you can do, how you can help your husband when you're pregnant, take care of your husband, do the things that you need to do that will not help harm the baby.
Yes.
What to eat. We do a lot of activities, programs in the forum that will help women become more confident and lead the society.
Alright, so like after empowering the women on all these kind of things, take for example like you make mention of all these digital marketing and all that digital skills in particular. So after teaching them and having them learn those things, do you kind of refer them to some kind of places that you think they might gain what they have learned, or let me say put what they have learned into practice and gain through that aspect? Do you do something like that?
Yes, we do. We also have organizations, company come in you know, to let us know that they are looking for this kind of person, and video editor, content creator, social media manager. Organizations do come in. They even pay for us to advertise for them. Organizations pay for us to advertise for them. However, one of the things we also teach them is that you can start your own. So we want to create mega influencers. We want to create CEOs.
Mega influencers.
Do you understand? When you start now to start recording your own video, in the next 6 months, you'll become an influencer like any other person you know. The difference is that you think you cannot.
Yes.
Do you understand? You think you cannot. You are shy that I cannot. Nobody
Who knows
is
me?
Who knows me?
Who knows
Nobody is better than you. Anything is possible. You know, you can do anything in life. So that is where we actually move in. Because when you're working for somebody, one day you also get tired. But when you start now to start working for yourself, although everybody cannot work for themselves, yes, there are people that are built that you need to support. That's why we have the president, we have the ministers, you are built to support. But what happens is that sometimes, so people that are built to support will think, no, it's not my place. I need to be this, and then everything will go down.
People have that kind of attitude.
So we teach them how to start up your own. The training we're having this week, this June, is how to become a mega influencer, how to grow your page from 2,000 to 10,000 followers.
Ma, how do you foster a sense of community and connection among these young mothers who participate in the program? Like you said, you did hinge on some of the problems of the women, and that's that these women don't seem to take good care of themselves, women being their own enemies. Like every time you bring a male politician, we've had a male politician in this program, Engendered, and he said, oh, you women, you have all the numbers. Forever and a day you cannot make it onto any political office, which is very true. You understand? Whereas the men, if you had just like this small group of men, see how they take good care of themselves, that there's a contract going, oh, they want to give it to one of them within them, so everything. But our own, what is the missing link? You have 3 women living in a house. Hey, you know, it's, you know, if you live in that house, it's like it's a house of horror. You have women in an organization, they're not talking, they're creating so much heat every day in the office. And what's the missing link amongst us, like we said? And especially in yours, how do you, you know, foster that sense of community and connection, so that you can all then turn around and say, oh, I was in the young moms thing as well. Oh, you were in the young moms. Oh, why don't we get together then? And, you know, everyone, like you said, will finish and want to do his own thing. You say, oh, you were there? Oh, well, I was there too. And end the sentence there. You understand?
I'm an advocate for women empowerment and development. I'm also an advocate for women inclusive in government. I think it's one of the reasons why I joined politics. Yeah, because why saying all this? For you to also make a positive change, a lasting change, you need to be in the power.
On the table.
On the table, to speak for the women.
Absolutely.
That's one of the reasons why I joined. If I tell you the story how I joined, you will be surprised. Then maybe another day.
All right. Oh, definitely. Having you back.
Maybe another day.
All right.
So, but in Young Moms Forum, what we do is that we also create physical meetings, get-togethers. For us to come together, you know, see ourselves, drink, eat, you know, see ourselves as sisters. I call us sisterhood. You know, we are sisters. We are women supporting women. That is our slogan. Women supporting women, coming together to make a difference with love. That love is there, because where there is no love, you cannot move. You cannot move. And as women, and as you people, as media people, we need to continue to hammer on the importance of women supporting each other. We have to stop seeing ourselves as competitors. No. What we have to know is that we are all created by God. As I am now, God created me. I don't know. I didn't tell God to make me fair or to make you dark. No. God has already created. And we all have our gifts. So instead of you to start envying another person,
Hating
another,
hating.
yeah, hating another, back stabbing another person. I've been backstabbed for forever. Yes,
I cannot tell you.
So instead of doing that, why not look inside, look inward, and see your own gift, and start shining with your own gift.
Start shining with your own gift.
Thank you.
We're totally out of time, Doctor. There's so much.
It's
It's a bundle of talent. I think what will happen, more invitations need to be extended. So in the meantime, we just have to draw the curtain right here on Engendered today. It's been such a rewarding, entertaining, educative time. I'm Mickey, ATTAH, your host, saying bye-bye now.
With AMINA ADAMU, and from here we'll be covering up the show.
Thank you.
Please, girls, let's be fast with our chores. It's almost time for Engendered.
Girls, it's time for your favorite program, Engendered.
Yeah, Mommy, we're coming right away. Sophia, turn off the gas. What are your fears as a woman? And what are your doubts as a lady? You think you're alone with those thoughts? Then welcome to Engendered, where we bring you discuss, interview,